All right. You guys, I am having massive technical difficulties here. My camera didn't want to recognize anything. Just somebody make sure you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm over here having an apoplectic fit. Oh, I'm good, bud. I'm good. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me because my camera was giving me problems. It didn't want to load. Okay, thank you. All right. All right. Hey, KL, thanks for coming out, bud. All right, so we got KL, we got Vincent, we got Bud the Monkey. Everybody's good. Chris, yeah, man. Look, Vincent, to answer that question, I don't see how we get out of talking about it. You know what I mean? So we may as well, I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about hockey. But at the same point, I don't think there's any way we could tell anybody that we're not going to talk about that situation. It would be, I think that effort would be futile. You know what I mean? Hey, brother Gene, how you doing? All right, bud. All right, bud. I appreciate you coming out, though, man. I do. Hey, there's Stu. All right, your son is driving you to the game now. All right, I'll talk to you later too, bud. Stu, I hope you feel okay, man. Get 2 points for us, all right? Absolutely, get 2 points for us. All right, bud. I'll see you, bud. I appreciate it, man. I will see you after the game. Right. No, I agree with that, KL. I'm feeling pretty confident that the players are good. It would not surprise me if Q had already maybe addressed this in the locker room previous to the report coming out. It could have happened. It may not happen, but it wouldn't surprise me if he had kind of already addressed things so that it wouldn't be some kind of big surprise shock when everything came out. Vincent, yeah, well, I mean, look, everybody's going to have a different opinion there. I got to disagree with there because if he didn't do anything wrong, then you cave into the mob. But it's just the biggest thing for me with all of that is that, to me, that report made things worse. To me, that report made things worse because the questions that needed to be asked were not asked. There needed to be a lot of point blank questions like, did you know this? Yes or no. Did you know that? Yes or no. And they didn't. So they just basically let everybody tell their stories, said that all the stories are different, and left who to believe in and what to think up to the reader, which is going to completely be determined by people's life experience and their POV and everything. And they didn't ask the questions like it would have been real simple. Q, did you or did you not know about a sexual assault in that meeting? Yes or no? Yes or no? And not just for Q, but for everybody. Now, if they asked those questions, they didn't put those answers in the report. So to me, this report just made things 10 times worse. Very, very frustrating. Right. I hear what you're saying there, Vincent. I mean, I get that. I do get that. To be honest with you, I think if something's going to happen to Q, it's going to come under the umbrella of the league did it. That's my opinion. That I don't think the Panthers are going to be the one to get rid of him. If he's going to go, it's going to be Bettman. Even if that's not really it, the league would probably let the Panthers have cover. If you know what I'm saying, they would probably give the Panthers organization cover that way. But yeah, I see it. Chris, I know you've been arguing with people. I get it. Right, Vincent. Exactly. That's my point. I think that if anything's going to happen, it'll be Bettman, and that kind of gives the Panthers or ownership and everybody gives them cover to say, well, we would have kept them, but the league decided. That's how I think. And to be honest, in this situation, I think that's how it should go down. I feel like if Bettman has his interview with Q and Bettman feels like Q didn't do anything wrong, remember, if Bettman feels that, I'm not saying us, but if Bettman gets the idea that I don't think what he did was fireable or he should be punished, then Bettman needs to come out and say to the league, the Panthers are right for keeping Q. And then that way the anger is directed at Bettman and the league and not specifically at the Panthers. Who would hire Q if he gets fired? Yeah, that's a hell of a question, Daniel. That's a hell of a question. And look, he's no youngster, so I have a feeling that if he ends up fired after this, that he's probably retired. You know what I mean? So we'll have to wait and see. Chris, I understand that, but what I'm saying, Chris, is that let's say, how can I explain this? What I'm saying, Chris, is that let's say Vinny and Doug decide that they do want to fire Q. I think that because the Panthers have been such a hard franchise to sell as it is, we have such a low fan base, that I think that Bettman would give the Panthers cover and say, and maybe, give him a suspension or give him a ban or some way that that Bettman would come out and say, I feel that discipline is necessary. I don't think the Panthers are going to do, and they haven't, they're not going to do or say anything until he has that meeting with Bettman. Vincent, yeah. Promote DMAC. That would be my my idea there, Daniel. Would be to promote DMAC because like you said, he knows the team, he knows what's going on. When it first came out yesterday, I thought, when I was giving out my opinion on what we would do if we fired Q, I would like to see DMAC and then bring Luongo into the bench too somehow to be an assistant, because at that point I think we would need all the damage control we could handle or we could take in terms of ex-players that everybody knows are good guys and everything. But hopefully we don't have to go with that. Ty, I'm glad you're here, man. I appreciate it. I hope you got my message on Twitter. So so you understand a little bit about what I was saying there. You know what I mean? That comment in the beginning of that video, Tyler, was directed specifically at about 10 or 15 people that have attacked me personally. It wasn't necessarily for anybody. And that's why, I put it that way. But no, we'll talk behind the scenes and we're cool. We're cool. I hope you're cool. I'm cool. Vincent, yeah, that's what I said when you say we have the talent now, but we don't really need Q. I said that to Stu yesterday, and there's one point that he said to me, which is valid, is that during the games, the matching of our lines versus the other team's lines, that's Q. So that would change, in theory, because somebody like DMAC is going to see the game a little bit differently. So that might change. There would be some things that would change. Obviously, the systems are in place, and all of that would stay the same. But I think some of the in-game adjustments would change. I don't think there's any way that they could possibly stay the same. I got a fly going around me. Let's see. What was Q's right? I got a fly. All right, let me back up here. I know I'm missing. I know I'm missing a couple things here. Let's see. What was Q's job under team coach? Right, Tim. Right, yeah. Just keep the coaches, we'll keep the lines like they are. I agree with that, Ty. And I think DMAC. I don't think anybody would come in with 6-0. So, and hopefully after tonight, 7-0. I don't think anybody's going to come in and try to change anything. I really don't think he's going to go anywhere. I really don't think that he's going to go anywhere. I have a feeling that unless the league tells the Panthers or makes a statement that he's got to go, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think if he was going to go anywhere, I think he would have. I'm sure. I mean, let's think about this for a second, guys. I'm sure that when this all came out, Q has already talked to Vinny and Doug and everybody and Matt and everybody involved. This is not new stuff to the Panthers, right? They already know what Q has told them and what Q's testimony would be. So that leads me to believe that they're comfortable with the situation. Because why else would they, they wouldn't want to wait for the report to come out with stuff they already knew and then make it look like they were reacting to the report. I don't believe that anyway. But hey, look, it's just like in the report. I think I counted 10 different people between the actual allegations of that night and the people that John Doe told and the people that were in the meeting. It's like 10 different people. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's story is different. And half of the stories make it so that there's no way that story could be true if this one is true. There's no way that one could be true if that one is true. So, and the investigators did not ask the right questions. They just let everybody tell their story and that's it. Unless, like Robin said, I don't know if Robin's here yet because I'm missing some of the chat. But what Robin brought up to me is a good point, is that it's possible that they just put that out in the public, but there's a lot more details that would be brought up in court. Maybe that's true, but if that's the case, then this report shouldn't have been released at all, because all it does is it gives us more questions than we had. All right, let's see, man. All right, Ty, I appreciate that, man. I just didn't want you to think that I was personally, going after you, because I wasn't. It wasn't. It was other things specifically, which we can talk about behind the scenes. Hey, SoFlo, how you doing, bud? Good morning. Yeah, that's funny. Right, Vincent. Yeah. Well, so SoFlo, that's interesting. I get it. I've seen people saying, if he's not gone, that they're gonna, But look, it's an emotional subject. Everybody's got a different opinion, and unfortunately, none of us can look at any of it and say we know exactly what happened, and this is what should have been done about it. And that's the problem, is that we don't know what the hell they knew in that meeting. So it's just a mess. It's just a damn mess. Right, during the video, he looked nervous. Yeah, I understand that. Anthony Mazzano, I'm 100% with keeping it in house. My thought is to promote DMAC and to bring Luongo in as an assistant, bring him in onto the ice that way. That's what I would do. I would not be a fan at all of bringing somebody in from the outside right now, considering the way that this team is playing. I would want as minimal interruption as possible. So I would promote DMAC, and then Luongo's already been there around the team and everything. I would just slide him in, and if you've got DMAC and Luongo back there, on the ice as your guys, and you're making that the face of the franchise, that would ease a lot of the criticism that the Panthers organization is currently getting. All right, let's see, Ty. Let's see. Let me see. Are you allowed to post the link to the TSN? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have any problems with links being posted. No problem at all. All right, let's see. Jeremy, thanks for coming out. You're looking for the game. Have fun, man. Have fun. Right. Yeah, Chris, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. All right, Jeremy, have fun, bud. Let's see. I missed a lot here. Well, Vincent, Vincent, so your question is, the one thing that doesn't add up is, why did he lie in July saying he found out through the media and not the meeting? You have to listen to what they asked him. What he was asked was, did he know about the assault in that meeting? And he said no. Now, according to all of the testimony, that's true. That's the one thing that everybody's testimony agrees upon, is that what was discussed in that meeting was unwanted sexual advances that John Doe turned down. At no point in that meeting was Q or anybody else alerted to an actual assault had happened. So what people are trying to make it out to be like he lied, but they're not taking the whole entire question. What Q was asked was, did he know about the assault? He said no, and that was true. They asked him if he knew about the assault in that meeting. Was the assault discussed in the meeting? He said no, and according to everybody's testimony, that was true. So this whole thing where Q lied is not accurate, because what people are saying is, well, he was asked if he knew, but what he was asked was did he know about the assault? And he said no, and that was true. Hey, Mike. All right. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Now have fun, man. Have fun. Hey, my brother Gene. All right, bud. All right, let's see. Nothing is going to happen tonight regarding the Q situation. Let's deal with this and win it. I appreciate that, bro. I understand that. I get it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, let's see. I know I'm missing a lot, guys. So I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna go to the bottom. All right, not gonna go quite to the bottom. I'm missing a lot. I apologize. Sean Agar, nice. I appreciate you coming out. Right, he did not seem worried. I have a freaking fly killing me. Anthony, let's see. If this player mistreatment issue hasn't been corrected for close to 40 years, in your opinion, do I blame the franchises, the head of player safety for the NHL? Man, there's no one answer. There's no one answer. There's a lot of blame that could go around for a long time, but you have to understand, you're saying it hasn't been corrected for 40 years. That's true, but we have to do is we have to accept what is and what was. Doesn't mean it was right. But a long part of that 40 years, nobody was even trying to fix the situation. Now, I'm not saying that was right, but what I'm saying is it's not like we've been trying to get the situation fixed for 40 years. For a long time, nobody was even trying to do it. Now, people are aware of the situation and trying to fix it. It's easy now to go backwards in time and look at people and say, you should have done this, you should have done that. That's easy for us to sit here now. But look, I use the example of President Obama, okay? When Obama was initially running for president, he said he believed marriage was between a man and a woman. Look it up. He said it. If somebody said that today, they'd be absolutely plastered, right? But this was what, 2008, that he was out there saying that, 2007, 2008, when he was first running for president. No, you can't say that anywhere now publicly without being disparaged, which is fine. I have no problem. Marriage, you marry who you want. The point is, even President Obama back then was saying that he felt that. So we can't just continue to kill everybody and judge everybody based on what they did 10 and 20 years ago when the behavior was considered acceptable. I'm not saying it was right, but we have to be intellectually honest about how people were feeling and thinking back then. And that's all I'm saying about that is that we cannot sit here and pretend now in 2021 like everybody's mindset was right and was the same in 2010. It doesn't excuse it, but we also can't pretend like there was massive pressure on people to act a certain way and they just weren't. The whole situation needs to be changed, including, And I want to be clear here because I'm not, you guys watched the video. If you watched the video yesterday, I pretty much lay out that I have experience in a lot of these areas. Okay. I don't want to get too, but it also needs to be where people that are gay and bisexual are way more comfortable with coming out, because some of what went on, and I'm not excusing Aldrich's behavior in any way, shape, or form, but some of what goes on, maybe not in that situation, is guys that are gay or bisexual that are afraid, they don't know who they can safely approach with that, right? So they make mistakes in judgment. I'm not saying that's what happened here. I'm just saying it does happen where if you don't even know if you can freely, express and have people know your sexuality, you're going to make mistakes in how you do try to express it. I hope that makes sense. Is this where we meet up to crucify Coach Q? No, Jeff, no. All right, I'm going to scroll to the bottom because I know I've missed a ton here, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm going to, all right, my brother Gene. Right. All right, I'm going to try to answer some hockey questions now, okay? No, Vincent, I don't know who he is. One Bad Steve. Can we continue debating the social climate? I don't want to talk about the Panthers. All right. Yeah, Anthony. Let me read. This is the last thing I'm going to say about this one with Q and everything, guys, because I see people want to talk about hockey, and so I want to move on to the hockey. Okay. Am I saying hindsight's 2020? When a situation like this comes up, we tend to look back and see the situation was incorrect, and we blame the people who were in charge at the time. Many times. Look, people, nobody's perfect, right? And who knows, in 20 years from now, who knows what we think is right now? In 20 years from now, everybody's going to look back at us and say, how could you think that? How could you do that? How could you feel that? And we'll just say, well, that was what everybody kind of thought and felt at the time. It doesn't make it always right, but dude, humans are just here to learn by mistakes. That's life. You learn by mistakes. Unfortunately, now what we're doing is we're going backwards, finding people's mistakes and crucifying them for them. So that's all I want to say about that. Okay. All right. Score prediction. That's a good one. 4-3 Panthers. 4-3 Panthers. That's where I'm going. I don't call. I'm not going to call overtime. 4-3 Panthers. 4-3 Panthers. One Bad Steve. Brad Marchand is scoring 6 goals tonight if Knight is in net. Panthers win 3-0. Come on, Steve. Come on. The kid had one meh game. It wasn't even a bad game, and we won. Okay? Look, when Spencer Knight has a bad game, we give up 3 goals. How many goals do we give up when Bob has a bad game? Huh? I'm being nice to Bob, Steve. I've been praising Bob. But don't tempt me by giving Spencer Knight shit, or I'll go back to being mean to Bob. Do I think the Panthers, Ryan Little, thanks for coming out. Do I think the Panthers should find a spot for Ryan Lomberg in the starting lineup? I would love to see him get in the lineup. I've been saying that, but the way this group of players is playing together, who do you take off? Who do we take off? The fourth line last game, which with Thornton played well, Vetrano, Hornquist. Who do we take off? Marchment has been playing. Marchment's a better hockey player. I love Ryan Lomberg, and on a typical team where you've got a fourth line full of grinders, Ryan Lomberg is there every night. But unless you're going to put him in on the nights where you're giving Joe a night off, but even then you're going to just move Listerine down. And we knew this was going to happen because we're so deep. We're so deep that guys that deserve to play are not going to play. Saron Noel is an NHL-ready player. Saron Noel is ready. He can't even get on the roster, okay? So that's going to happen. You know what I mean? All right, I'm just going to go from the bottom here, guys, because I know I'm missing a lot, right? Okay, Chris C. For the whole first period, Knight Could have sent several text messages and had the same save percentage. That's beautiful, Chris, and that's true. Knight could have just basically ignored the game. He could have been sitting there texting with his homies and be like, "Oh crap, the puck went by," and the same result would have happened. That's beautiful. That's funny. You made me laugh. That's good. Anthony, it was a small sample size before he got injured, but was my honest opinion on Lundell favorite for the Calder this season. I haven't seen enough of what the other guys are doing. Certainly, he's in the discussion. Hopefully, he doesn't miss too many games here. Q did say that he's going to be on the road trip. He did say that most likely Lundell's going to travel with the team. So that sounds to me like they're anticipating him only maybe missing tonight and one more game. It's really early. He's going to need to score. He's going to need to score because when you start talking about those awards, you're going to talk about other, people are going to be looking at the statistics. You know what I mean? They're going to want to see the numbers first. And, his two-way play is out of this world. His face-offs, he's doing well in the face-offs. We know how he's playing the PK. So all of that counts. But I'm thinking if he's going to be a Calder guy, he's got to get 15, 17 goals. I think he's going to need those kind of numbers to really be in the conversation of winning it. All right, let's see. Ravens got 5-3 Bruins, right? Hey, eventually we're going to lose a game. I don't think we're going to lose this game tonight. I think the team is going to use the distraction to their advantage and come out super focused. That's what I think. EJC, thanks for coming out, man. Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I have a good feeling about this game. I think let's just play hockey. Let's have a nice, strong game. I would love to see something happen tonight, like a bad call by the refs or a fight or something like that can get the focus off of anything else and just have the focus be on hockey. SoFlo, yeah, that's what I've got. Oh, you got 4-3 shootout win. That's interesting. Okay. Anthony, in my honest opinion, the trade rumors are coming out. We're either going after Manson or Giordano. Do we think it fits better with Aaron? I haven't seen that, but I haven't been on Twitter. Is that recent? I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter. I don't think there's any truth to any trade rumors involving the Panthers right now. The Panthers, for a long time, the Panthers got used. The Panthers are involved. We got used to give the impression of more interest in another player than there really is. I would have a hard time believing in any trade rumors at all right now. But I hadn't heard. But you're asking, do I think it's? I don't want any changes made to this roster. You guys could put any name there, and right now my answer is no. That's, and I'm going to tell you why. Then you old timers probably already know what I'm getting ready to say. We went to the Cup of '96. We started off the next season. We had the best record in the NHL, and then we traded Stu Barnes. And on paper, you could have said, well, and it's exactly what management said. We need to get bigger. If we're going to beat these big teams, even though we had just beaten Boston, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh. They said we need to get bigger. And we made that trade, and we haven't won a playoff round since. Stu Barnes was a heart and soul player of that team, one of the biggest, great players, the glue that held that team together. We traded him, and we have not won a playoff round better since. Sometimes it's about keeping all the components of the team together instead of looking where maybe you could go get a little bit better here or a little bit better there. I do not want this team touched. You can put anybody's name there. At this point, I'm looking at how we are. This is something I brought up. If you guys watched the video with Randy, I every single game this year, there's been at least one line. One line has accounted for 2 goals in every single game. And it includes the 4th line now after the last game. So the scoring is so widespread. It's so evenly spread out. I don't want to change anything. Don't want to change it. Let's see here. Okay, Raven. You're interested in what's happening with our away jerseys. Every game we play with the home team, we wore their away and wore our home alternate. Are you talking about Boston R or Panthers R? Because let me see. Anthony Mazzano. I missed. You've got 2 of 2 instead of having a young goaltender that might be harder to time to focus on the situation. Let me see. What was the first part you said? With the situation that's happening with Q, would I rather have the veteran goalie? Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. Yeah, absolutely. Bob should be in net tonight. But that was their plan anyway. Look, they have full confidence in Knight. Obviously, you put him in the playoff and elimination game last year. So, but I think in terms of it just happening and tonight's game, I think Bobrovsky, it worked out to a benefit there. I got you, Raven. The Bruins are wearing their alternate, not away. That's interesting, man. Hey, Robin, 80. You're still saying we're going 82-0. All right, bud. I appreciate that. I mentioned you earlier, Robin, that you made the good point about the report. I'm hoping you're right. Let's put it that way, Robin. The report in terms of they didn't give us all the details. I really hope you're right because there's so many questions they left unanswered. So I'm hoping that I don't know why they would word it that way because the way that they put the report out, it left more questions than answers. But anyway, I'm supposed to not be talking about this. I'm supposed to be talking about hockey. But I just want to let you know, Robin, in terms of the report, I hope that you're right about what you said. All right, let's see. Automatics, the guy with the most of games says everyone is guilty. Well, yeah, exactly. Hey, Matthew Jean, I appreciate you coming out, man. I appreciate that. Chris, everything's good, man. Everything is good. The weather finally cooled off. Oh, the weather today was 68 degrees with about a 15-mile-an-hour wind and sunshine. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. Yeah, Robin, I get you. Yeah, now hockey now and not this crap. Agreed. Yeah, I can't answer that one, Soflo. Absolutely. Have I ever used a fountain pen before? No, actually, you mean like a real one where you dip in with the ink? I have not. Matthew, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Hey, there's Frank. All right, man. Oh, they're doing a Jimmy Hayes tribute tonight at the BB&T. I'm going to call it the BB&T. Ty, I saw your comment about there's more information about Twitter and everything. I'm trying to. I do my best, man, to stay low key. But when stuff like this happens, I kind of have a responsibility to engage. That's cool, Frank. That's cool. Stu is there actually. Stu is there tonight in the box. So maybe you guys could meet up and shake hands. All right, let's see, Anthony. Otto, hold on a second. I'm missing a couple of things here. Christian Duarte, thank you for coming out, man. Do I ever go to games in Sunrise? Man, I live in Maryland. Born and raised in Miami, but I live in Maryland because of the Fluffy, which I'm pointing to his logo, but you guys don't see that, but you know the point. Hold on, guys. I'm missing something here. Let me scroll the chat back up. Anthony, could I see getting the hat trick? I guess you're saying who could I see getting a hat trick? You predicting this could be Barkov? I don't see a hat trick coming tonight. I don't see a hat trick coming tonight. Let me see. I think Verhaeghe, Connaughton's going to get his first tonight. That's where I'm going to go. Connaughton's going to get a game-winning goal tonight. All right, more information is being released now. Oh, boy. Well, you knew that was coming, right? Let's see. Tyler, hard game coming out. Man, I got this fly trying to get in my mouth, guys. It's killing me. Fly trying to get in my mouth. All right, let's see. Ben Sanders. Very cool. Very cool. Looking for flights from the UK to catch a few games. Yeah, man. That sounds like a good fun time. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. One bad Steve. Well, I did say anything for money. I did say it, so I have to say it. Knight is the worst goalie in the NHL. Is that going to be acceptable? I scam me. No, it's not. Say it. All right. You're not going to like that either, right? That's not going to be good. Acceptable. All right, I'll have to say it. Knight is the worst goalie in the NHL of all the goalies that are named Spencer Knight. Yeah, of all the goalies that are named Spencer Knight is the worst goalie in the NHL. All right, you want clean audio so you can put it on Twitter. Fine. Knight is the worst goalie in the NHL. There, I said it. All right, you good? You got your screenshot? I ain't saying it again. Frank, man, oh, you're working late. You wish you're not at the game. I got you. Okay. Canes Cats, how do I think the team comes out tonight? I'm gonna smack this fly. I do feel like they're gonna come out extra focused, Canes. I do feel like they will come out extra focused. That's what I'm thinking. Vincent says the John Doe, which is, they know his name and everything, just said eyewitness meetings being held in Q's office. There's absolutely no way he didn't know about it. Well, see, now that's not in the report, right? However, is that Vincent, and I really don't want to get into this too much, damn it. But is he just saying that, or is that his sworn testimony? Because those are different things. But that's not in the report. So, geez, what a mess if that's how it goes. I said it, Steve. All right. I said it, bro. Record it. You'll cut at the end. You'll cut it. You wish Lomberg was in the lineup to go mess up Marchand. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But the way that this team is playing, man, who do you take out? Right? Frank, I don't know, man. I have a feeling they're going to come out hyper-focused. You know what? But, Frank, I'll say this. This is going to be a good test. This is really going to be a good test of the mental fortitude of this team. Let's just say that. To me, if they can come out tonight with everything that's going on, and apparently with more stuff coming out right now, if they can come out tonight focused and win this game, then we really have a cup contender. There's no denying that. It would totally be human for them to come out distracted. But this is a big test. It's a big test. There's no way around that. That's his testimony, Vincent. Well, why didn't they? You ever get the feeling like stuff gets released in piecemeal to get everybody's public perception leaning one way, and then more stuff comes out? And so, do you ever get the feeling like when stuff like this gets released, it's being manipulated on purpose to get people to get, feeling one way or another? Because why, if that's in the testimony, didn't they say that yesterday? You see what I'm saying? Makes no sense. All right, let's see. Tyler, make a video tomorrow about the news that we just got today. Don't discuss it. Right. Okay. Yeah. Good point. Right. What a mess. At this point, guys, whatever needs to happen for this subject to unbelievable. Who am I rooting for today, Jaws? All right. So you obviously know I want the Panthers to win 4-3. I got Connaughton getting his first goal tonight. The guy is due. I almost called him a kid, but he's over 30, I think, so we can't call him a kid. How old is Connaughton? Actually, I think he is a kid. 27, I think, 26, 27, 28. Connaughton getting his first goal. No, I appreciate Ty. I understand that completely, man. I completely understand that. Um, you know how it is, Ty. I feel like one wrong word, and that's going to be my name up there plastered. You know what I mean? Is he 32, 33? All right, so then he's not a kid. Oh, you thought I was going to root for Boston. I don't know if you guys got enough money to get me to say go Bruins. I don't know about that. I'm not even. You got Benny picking up a point. All right. I'll agree with that. Look, like I said, every game, one line has produced 2 goals. All right. So if I get Connaughton getting one, let's go with that second line picking up 2 goals tonight. Let's go with Tippett and Huberto, and Bennett gets the assists on both. Is $2 enough? oh, oh man, you're killing me, man. My bills are due on the 1st. You know what I mean? And $1 is $1. Actually, I get like $1.05 of that $2, man. Hey, Jameson, Franz, I'm gonna butcher your name, buddy. I'm really sorry about that. But Jameson Francis Bain, I hope I got that right. I appreciate that, bud. Absolutely appreciate that. Ryan Little, my thoughts on Kiersted and Prisky. I like Kiersted. I thought he's done pretty well when he's been here. I know that was somebody that Stu really wanted to see on the ice and playing. Prisky, we just haven't seen anything. I mean, we haven't seen him play hardly, right? My opinion on Kiersted and Prisky is that one of those guys is eventually going to take Nunavara's spot because Nunavara's cap hit is way too much. For him to be 7, 8D, his cap hit is either 2.25 or 2.5. So Kiersted and Prisky are his eventual replacement, in my opinion. Let's see, man. Everybody's talking about making the final. You want to make it past the first round. I know. But hey, look, I agree with you there. For me, Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I've been saying. Let's see. Right, I got you, Ty. I got you there, man. You heard Nutty's in? Robin, I heard Nutty was on the ice. If they take out Connaughton for Nunavara, I even said that in my pregame. I'll burn the place down. You don't mess with this lineup, man. I hope that's not the way it is. I see. You seen the lines pairings we got in warmups: Raggy, Barkov, Duclair, Hudo, Bennett, Tippett, Marchett, Lewis, Starn, and Reinhardt, and Rajano, Thornton, Hornquist. Yep, perfect. And we got Uyghur Ekblad for his Porzingudis, Connaughton, Montour. Okay, good. Yeah, Nunavara. I know Nunavara was on the ice today, looking good. That's what Q said in his interview. But yeah, the defensive pairings need to say. Let's see. If you don't want to talk about it, apparently, but the NHL denied an investigation. They didn't want to do anything with it. You'll have, yeah, Vincent. We'll have to talk about that later because I'm not sure what you mean by the denied investigation. You're talking about back then or now, but so all right, let's see. One bad team. Do I have a second team, Jaws? For me, it's the Penguins, Red Wings. It used to be the Knights until they did what they did to Fleury, and then it ain't the Knights no more. You know what's funny is before we had hockey in Florida, I grew up liking the Oilers because, and this is a true story. I know how stupid this sounds when I was a kid, so give me a break. I used to enjoy reading the newspaper every morning and seeing just how bad Gretzky and Messier and everybody had tore everybody up the night before. So I was like Oilers fan. I was like the ultimate bandwagon Oilers fan. I had never watched hockey. I didn't know anything about hockey, but I followed it in the Miami Herald sports page like I knew what the hell was going on because it was fun to watch them every night just beat the crap out of everybody. Justin Watt, thanks for coming out. Yeah, Lomberg's not in now. I don't think Lomberg's getting on the ice unless somebody's injured or Joe needs a night off because that fourth line played pretty well. There's just no way to take – who are you taking out? The chemistry on all 4 lines was rolling good, and that's with Louis Sturinen in for Lundell. I'm a big Lomberg fan, but there's just no room for him right now. Mr. Krabs, do I think the recent events might affect the team's play tonight? I'm hoping that they come out even more focused. I talked about this a couple of minutes ago. I think this is a big test for the team. If they can take what's going on now and come out tonight and be even more focused just on hockey and playing their game, that's going to be huge in terms of how confident we all are with them going into the playoffs. It would totally be human. It would totally be human if it affected their play tonight. But if they show that they can come out and use this to become even more focused, that's a good sign, because from what I'm hearing, this doesn't sound like it's over anytime soon. All right, let's see. You heard Nutty was in, but not sure. No, I think you think Khan had a bad last game. I don't know about that. But we'll see what happens there. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, Justin. I absolutely agree with you that Ryan has earned a spot. But who do we take out? And that's really the thing, you know. Look, I think Saron Noel won a spot in the team, right? He's ready, but where? But where, man? And you know, if Jumbo Joe's going to play like he did last game, you know, we've got depth for miles. It's a good thing. Believe me, people will get injured, and those guys will have a role. You know what I mean? All it takes is one guy to get injured and miss 10, 15 games, and Lomberg's going to see the ice every night, and we're going to need him, you know. Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Krabs. That's perfect. Yeah, when the Panther fans said we wanted national coverage, this wasn't it, man. This wasn't it. This was not it. Frank, you just want to have a winning culture. You're tired of losing. The more you make the playoffs, the more you have a chance to win a cup. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Let's see. Peyton, how did the situation? Are you asking me, bud? Or did I miss something up above? I'm sorry. I know. God, I appreciate everybody here, man. There's no way I can keep up with everybody, especially the way I talk. Reinhardt will have a Gordie Howe hat trick tonight. I'm good with that. There you go, Robin. They make huge money. They make huge money not to be affected by this and just play like they always do. Let's see, Vincent. It's not looking good for Q now. Well, yeah. And here I thought the hardest thing I was going to have to do this year was deal with the Dolphins season going to crap. You know what I mean? Oh, the Blackhawks mess. Well, I knew everything up to when I came onto the live stream, and now people are telling me new stuff is coming out. So I don't know. I don't know now. Apparently, a whole bunch of new information is coming out. I think it was specifically just this. I mean, it's, you know. Next question. Next question. This is not going to end anytime soon, is it, guys? That's fun. Yeah, Krabs. If we get a new coach, Q leaves his notebooks forever. Maybe, hopefully, DMAC. Right. What do I think about Forsling on the power play? I like it. That was Stu wanting Forsling on the power play. He was last year when I was pounding the table for Tippett to get top 6 minutes. Stu was pounding the same table for Forsling to get on the power play. I like it. And we just got so many guys that are capable. I mean, the depth on this team is just really a shame that we have this distraction now. And to be honest with you, I just want that to just tell us what it is. You know what I mean? Tell us what happened, what it is, so we can move on. You know, that's what it is. That's where I'm thinking now. Do the Panthers have a third jersey of the season, Jameson? I'm not the guy to ask that. Actually, Kyle was asking me that question. I know we did the reverse retros. I'm assuming we're going to do that again this year. I'm assuming that we're going to do the reverse retro again this year. I love those. That's going to be my Christmas present to myself. I just got to rob a bank first. I got to rob a bank, and I'm going to get myself a reverse retro. with Knight or Lundell. One of those two. One of those two. All right, let's see. All you say is it seems to be deeper than just Chicago, the Panthers, and the Jets. Jeez. All right. Nicholas Powell. I don't know what was funny, but I don't know if I said it or somebody else said it. But thanks for coming out to the channel. Anything that makes any of us laugh at this point, I'll take. Are we in white today? I would assume. I'm in white. I'm in white. Oh, Boston's in the alternates. I don't know. Somebody that's oh no, wait, we're not in white. I thought it was a road game. I wore white. If we lose, it's my fault. If we lose, it's my fault. I wore the wrong jersey. I wore the damn wrong jersey. But maybe we'll be in the home whites. Maybe we'll be in the reverse retros. That's a good question. Peyton, I don't know the answer to that question, but I think somebody up above mentioned it, and I think people know that. So yeah. All right, NHL needs to go back to the. I was wondering what you meant, Gerard Vincent. I was like, lady at the deadline. Letty, man, I don't want to touch this team. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to touch this team. And I know I was the guy that said we needed a top 4 defenseman. And look, Randy pretty much confirmed it. If you watch that video and kind of read what Randy was saying, this is the team. Unless an injury happens and a real area of need opens up, this is the team. I'm good with it. I'm absolutely good with it. NHL needs to go back to the white jerseys being the home and the color. That's interesting. That's interesting. Whatever brings back this logo more is what I'm good for, man. Oh, yeah, okay, you're laughing about me needing to rob a bank for a jersey. I wish it was not true. I wish it was not true, Nicholas. You know, I sell stuff online for a living, right? So inflation and people losing their jobs that don't pay my bills, you know what I mean? Luckily, I sell low-priced items. Mostly 99% of what I sell is under $10 or $12. So if somebody wants to get something small, they're not overpriced. You know what I mean? No, we're not getting a TNT or an ESPN game. Oh, guys, real quick. Actually, here comes Fluffy. Randy wanted me to make sure I pass this on. A couple of things about the programming here. Number 1, Friday's game is ESPN Plus. And no, that doesn't mean if you get ESPN on your cable or DirecTV that you get it. It's a only by subscription service. Now, I don't know if that means streaming sites like Bila will or won't be able to get it. I don't know the answer to that question. But if you're planning on watching Friday's games, I have to figure this out. I'm going to be figuring this out as we go because I don't want to sign up for ESPN Plus if I don't have to. So the first thing I'm going to do Friday is find out if Bila is streaming the game, then I'm good. If not, I may have to pay the $7 a month. I may have to pay. I don't know. All right, guys, I got just a couple of minutes here. I missed a couple of things. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs, if you go on social media, it's just full of fire Q. Well, I say this. I am so glad that I said in my video yesterday, I was extraordinarily specific. I said, as of right now, in regards to this report, I don't want Q fired. I said, if something else comes out, then we'll talk about it. And apparently other stuff is coming out. Jeez. You can find a stream for me, Sean, a free one. Yeah, I'm hoping that. No, Gene, brother. I hate to tell you this, but center ice doesn't clear it up. No, it doesn't. Listen to what I just said. It's a subscription service only that you have to have the app for. You cannot get ESPN Plus through cable, through DirecTV, through the dish. You can't get it. It doesn't. That's the whole point. Everybody thinks that. So everybody that thinks that is going to go to watch the game Friday night and be saying Asta Kucha Tolvoy because it doesn't work that way. You have to pay for the subscription, or as Sean points out, you have to have a free stream. So yeah, Sean, if you have my Twitter, go ahead and message me that, or on the live stream, you can come in on Friday and post that. I used Bila all last year. They seem pretty reliable. I don't know if they're going to have it or not, but I appreciate that. And the more the merrier. The more the merrier. You know what I mean? Jaws, we're in the red Boston. We're in the red. Boston's the alternate white. Okay, great. Let's see, Mr. Krabs. If Q is fired for what? Let's see. If Q is fired, it is what it is. But to banish him from hockey for good, that's too much. Right, right. Gene, you're gonna need ESPN Plus Friday. Yeah, Sean, absolutely. Gene, you're not listening. It doesn't matter that you have center ice. Oh yeah, you can post it now. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. I'll remember. Yeah, absolutely. Gene, it doesn't matter. Gene. All right, brother. Don't listen. Gene's gonna I'm gonna screenshot Gene's texts on Friday night to me when he's pissed off that he can't watch the game because he thinks he can watch it with center ice. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna screenshot those texts, buddy. I just spent 5 minutes trying to explain it to you. Use the ad blocker. Yeah, Sean, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And now one bad Steve. Yeah, Gene gonna be disappointed. Rip Gene's ability. Yeah, that's true. That's my brother, though. That's my brother. He won't listen to a damn thing I say until he finds out he should have listened to what I said, and then he will say I should have listened to what you said. But he never learns the lesson and listens to me up front. It just is what it is. Matthew, Brian, yeah, last thing. I have a Discord that is available to the Patreon people and the YouTube membership people. Now I've made it on the Patreon. You can get access. It's just $1 a month. And at that point, it's not really about the money. It's about making sure that the Discord stays us, the people that are here and support the channel and everything, because otherwise I would get people. I got haters, believe it or not. I got people that don't like me. So I make that a paid thing, but it's $1 a month, so that we keep it just us and everything. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. This is, hey, knocking on wood. I'm gonna knock lightly, but that's 2 in a row without problems. That's 2 streams in a row without problems. As soon as I turned off that phone, man. As soon as I turned off that phone. So I'm still going to get it Ethernetted in, so that I don't have to worry about it, man. All right, guys. Ryan, thanks for coming out, buddy. I appreciate it, Ryan. All right, I got to get downstairs and get this TV turned on. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys after the game.